Hello, I missed last week. Whoopsies. I was writing out an application which ended up sucking up my soul and leaving me with no time to do my devlog. I did film something for it, but the quality was questionable.
Hello, everybody.
So this week I'll be reflecting on my aesthetic YouTube vlog, Did You Go With Me fail. Devlog 4. Budae-jjigae Korean army stew is one of the most well-known Korean dishes, but its origin holds a lot of significance you might not know. It originated when South Korea was going through a period of significant poverty due to the Korean War. Koreans were starving but figured out that they could take the food waste from American military installations and make something called trash soup, which was essentially made out of food scraps, but also things like cigarette butts, which evolved to include things like Spam. My haraboji, my grandfather, and his family ate this stew, so it's a privilege that I'm able to try it in much better circumstances than they did, and also try a version that's more palatable. So that's what I did this week. I knew I was going to be too busy to code anything for it, so I resolved myself to cook the dish and instead learn some implicit game stuff by doing the game, and cooking like you cook in the game. Because I studied game dev and not film, I filmed the whole process on my phone, realized a lot of it was filmed vertically, and I just hate vertical videos on the horizontal frame, so I realized I was cooked. But nonetheless, we're just gonna go through it anyways, and I'm sorry for your eyes. Steps for budae-jjigae. So the first phase was to gather the ingredients. I went to my local pack and save, could only film my feet because I didn't want anyone to know I was filming. So instead I was kind of just holding my phone like a pervert at crotch length, staring bug-eyed, and I was also wet from the rain. Nonetheless, I gathered all my ingredients and also had to hit up a couple more grocery stores to get the full spread. Unfortunately, I missed out on some things like pork belly.
Beans, what the fuck?
I did get the essentials like Spam and cheese and noodles and cabbage and kimchi, so I decided it was time to go home and assemble. Stock time. First of all, I'm using the final boss of Korean cooking for my recipe, mangchi. And I'm sorry, Mother Mangchi, I screwed up at the start because you're supposed to boil anchovy and mushroom together for the stock, but I don't have anchovy, and also I'm actually scared of fish, which I know is ironic because the character you cook budae-jjigae for is a fish, but whatever. So I just boiled the mushroom by itself with water in a pot. Well, obviously with water. Prep. While that boiled, I tried to chop all my ingredients, which was going... Why do people do this?
2 seconds later.
Yeah. Got there in the end, which is what really matters. It's not the journey, it's the destination. I also made a very small amount of seasoning since I was trying to cook this typically family-style dish for just one person, me. Okay, now I had my mushroom stock, I went ahead and added in my Shin Ramyun seasoning packet and went ahead and plopped everything in. It's an easy recipe in the sense you just cut, chop, put together, wait, and ta-da! Mine looks a bit bogus in what was supposed to be my aesthetic show-off video because I tried to crumble a chicken stock cube over it for some extra flavor, but instead it just looks like I crumbled dirt over the top. Rookie mistake. After this process was done, I waited a bit, twiddling my thumbs, and just stared at the pot until it was done. Eating time. So when it was done, I went ahead and I grabbed my milkless can, which is a... I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a Korean soda that's kind of milky, hence the name. But this really nice lady at the Korean restaurant that I go to gave it to me for free because I'm freaking awesome. And I decided to eat it with my budae-jjigae. Felt fitting. And now it's the time you've been waiting for, the taste test and reflection. Well, stop waiting, because I set up my phone camera to capture it, and I just ate while watching YouTube. I was just lost in the sauce. So I'll just verbalize it for you now. It was good. The Shin Ramyun packet definitely carried the flavoring, since I cut down on the seasoning to try and make everything one portion. I regretted not committing to the toppings, like the beans and buying pork and going that extra mile. I think for something like this, since it originated as like a hodgepodge stew, the toppings really make it. Yeah, next week hopefully we'll do some more coding, we'll see. Or we won't. Ha, no, just kidding. I'll do my best to post next week. But hope you learned something and had some fun. Bye.